I know I'm not really prepared for Epic Elite. I went into a group at one point trying. It said all welcome, so I figured, alright, well, I haven't tried Epic Elite in a while. I've made some progress on gear and build and Destiny since then, so let me go ahead and try it. And I managed to die a couple times, but I held it to not too many. I tried not to be a huge bother to the group. But this guy came in on a wizard with 235 hit points, I think. And it was just ridiculous. Because as soon as he casted anything at all, he had all the aggro, and he was dead. And several people made comments in the party chat about it, and he's like, yeah, it's interesting playing like this. And I think it was the second adventure he got kicked out after the second quest. Yeah, on EE. Yeah, it was on EE. And yeah, that was a why did you even bother? All you are is a soulstone with the rest of us. Maybe some buffs, but I don't think he was buffing very much either. He was just sort of, well, piking or trying something and dying. And I think we all would have preferred him just piking. If he would have just, stayed back but kept up with us, so he didn't allow us, didn't prevent us from triggering anything and all that, I think we would have been happier. I try to contribute when I'm in groups, even if it's like on E and I know I can't take aggro. I wait for somebody else to start hitting and then I join in. And generally, people who are E prepare to do more damage than me, so they get all the hate. Yeah. I don't know how you build to have only 200 and some hit points at... I don't remember if he was 28 or not, but you almost have to try to gimp yourself that hard. I mean, you have to have a 6 con and not have any false life or any plus con items, which is ridiculous because there's plenty of options to get something in there somewhere, even if it's just an augment slot. You need the hit points, especially in Epic Elite. You may not need it on your normal questing if you solo and all that, which I doubt, but okay, so maybe you can finger of death everything and don't get hit. Right. What happens when you hit the boss? I don't know, I just don't see how that's a viable strategy. At all. I would definitely be reworking my character at that point. Because I know no one will want to group with me. No one wants to spend that much in res scrolls. This current build I know I need to redo when I ETR because I have 0 UMD. Well, okay, it's 22. Which might as well be 0 for all the good it does me. So I cannot do much to help res and stuff. I have one green steel triple positive staff, so I can have one raised dead, which is more than I had. So I'm feeling a little bit better about that, but I really can't help too much in the party in that regard. So there's a lot of stuff I can't do, which is frustrating. But I'm going to try to fix that next ETR. See if I can't get a little more UMD going. I may not be able to get 40, but there should be something closer to at least be able to do the minimum. And I generally only EE with my guild now, and they know what they're getting when they have me in there, so I don't feel so bad. In a pug where I'm not known, it's different, I think. Especially on EE, you need to be prepared for it and to be able to handle some of it, and just not set up for it at the moment. At least not the higher EEs. I could probably do like the House P ones. I've run them enough on EN and EH. I'm on Thalanis. I'll go ahead and put that in chat again in a second. I just need to put that on my page, Twitch page, so it's obvious. And when I switch to OBS, I'll be able to have it on screen. So next time I do DDO stream, I'll figure that out and have it on the screen, so there's no question. Ray of exhaustion. That's not fun. Yeah, on our Tuesdays when I'm on DDO stream, I'll be running with whoever wants to. I may or may not be running my epic character. I only have one character that's epic. All my other characters are heroic, and my highest other one I think is 15 or 16. It's taken me quite a bit to get to epic for one character. If my SO plays with me, we'll probably be in the 15-16 range. Kind of depends on schedule, work, and all that. Whether that's going to happen or not. What we're trying to do there is get her up to an epic character so she can run epics as well. Yeah, I knew she wasn't on Thalanis, but I didn't remember which server. I pretty much only play on Thalanis. I would think it'd be neat if we could get the community stream team together to play sometime with Cordovan, maybe, and some of the rest of us, but we'd have to pick a server where everybody has a character. So we might end up running Iconics, just so everybody could be playing. That's where prison is, okay. I have characters on the other servers, but I mean, this is where I've devoted most of my time. I've got all these resources. I've got, real money in the form of bags and shared bank and stuff with all this gear and tomes and all that stuff in here, and I just don't feel like I said, I don't like starting over, which is why I don't really play on Lamania. I don't really like playing betas very much. There's too much resetting, and that's a big portion of why I stick to just Thalanis. I wouldn't be opposed to, when servers merge, if that ever happens or anything like that, I wouldn't be opposed to playing on a different server if something gets merged with Thalanis or however that's going to work, but as far as starting over, nah. That's cool. I have been in several guilds that have just sort of died. The guild I'm in now is really relaxed. I was gone for a year and a half, and they never kicked me. So that's really relaxed. Most other guilds, if I have taken a break, either the rest of the guild has also taken a break and the whole guild died, or they've kicked me. And not that I blame them, you know, if I'm not contributing, especially back when you had decay at every level. You know, it's not that I don't understand that, but I really didn't feel part of them in that regard. Like, I left, they didn't miss me, they just kicked me out, kind of thing. So, not a big deal. But this guild I'm in, you know, because they didn't kick me, they kept going. Some of the members have left, but they still kind of played it together with us sometimes. If we're doing guild night and they're on, we're maybe doing a raid, we'll invite them in. That sort of thing. But yeah, I've always seen some of the bigger guilds, like Stormlords I was just running in a group with, Monty Python, Claw, and all those. I've run with people from there, but I haven't really even considered joining something that big. I'm with the Frag at the moment. And I probably will stay here, at least for most of my characters. Again, our guild is really casual, not at all exclusive, so you know, I know at least one guy who runs with several different guilds and several different servers on different days. Things like that. And nobody really minds. Just, you know, common courtesy things. If you're playing with us, or if you said you play with us, then you're not going to, then give us a note in the guild forum if you can, that sort of thing. Other than that, you know, you're on your own. We really only get together Thursday nights for a static group run. Other than that, it's sort of whoever's on and feels like running together runs. Otherwise, you know, do whatever you want. There's no real rules in that regard. And I really like that. I know I've read some of the rules for other guilds, and they're all, you must have all your characters in here, and you must run at least these days, and all that. And I understand that's how they want to run it. And I just don't like, in that regard, I don't like people telling me I have to run on a certain day if I don't feel like it. I mean, I'm happy with my static group at the moment. I wouldn't mind having a real guild raid night. That's one thing I do miss, that I have seen in other guilds, where as many people as possible log on and you run whatever raids you're flagged for. Yep, I've run with some McCarty folks. I've seen them around, yep. That's cool, being able to join them. If I had another character that was epic, I would consider joining maybe another guild that is a little more involved and active. Hey, epic destiny level gained. That's one less I have to do. I'm in Magister level 2 now. Almost done. Yeah, so, but as I said, at the moment, with only one character in epics, I do run with guildmates here and there, epics, so I think I want to stay there. But maybe if I get a second character up here, I'll think about that. That's cool. Yeah, that's about how long I was gone. I was gone about a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere in there. Before that, I had taken a break for 6, 10 months, something like that. I don't remember. I ended up running Cove way too much, and it just soured me on the game as a whole. I got obsessed with getting all these Cove items, and it just burned me out horribly. Love the Cove, but got to take it in the small doses as it's intended and not run it non-stop as long as it goes. is a recipe for getting sick of it really fast. Post I'm going to put up today probably talks about that too. I really need to edit it a bit before I post it, but I may just post it and see. I'll put the link on my channel to that site. It's on my own website, but it's a sub-site. Sort of. Depending on how you look at it, I don't think I have it as an actual site as far as the URL goes. But yeah, I kind of just got into it on my own, tried to relearn the game. It took me a while to get back into it. And then the guild started a static group. The rest of them are TRs. I have a first lifer going in that one. That particular one. Did I not get them? I'll go through lava. And yeah. This is not a game to come back to and get right back into it. Especially if you were gone, like you probably and I were, that you left before the enhancement pass, and then you come back, and then all of a sudden enhancements are completely different. You know, hey, you have hearts to redo your character. You have to remember what all that stuff does, and what all changed, and all that. It was not an easy rejoining.
My mind is clear.
Like, this was a build, I had been following a build guide that is now way outdated. I had forgotten what the point of it was, and what I was trying to do with it. Yeah, it was interesting coming back. But, you know, I still had the guild, so I could use the airship to get around. The new guild buffs are nice. That came in after I came back. Big change, but welcome. I don't spend nearly as much time going around. I mean, I know there's people that do still have the old buffs in their ship. We've pretty much given up on them. We go for convenience of just hitting the button and keep going. Saves a lot of time, especially since we really only play as a group one night a week. We want to maximize that time with playing, because we you know, have the whole, all right, what are we doing? Okay, everybody get there. Okay, does everybody know where it is? Okay, is everybody flagged? And all that stuff. Buffs are just one more thing that doesn't have to go wrong now. Everybody can go click the button and be done. We don't have the biggest ship. We're not the highest level, so we don't have all the stuff unlocked, but we have enough that it's useful. We'll use it. I've tried to introduce several people to the game, and mostly they haven't stuck with it. My SO and I play, she plays with the guild, and I on Thursdays, which is nice. I know there's some other teams, there's actually some other guilds that I've seen that welcome SO teams into playing families and stuff, which I think is neat.
One of us will fall. Let us fight hard.
It's nice because if I need to take a break and she's around, then she can cover for me and make sure that at least I'm moving through the quest or in the quest or whatever. If I have to walk the dog, or she has to walk the dog, I can take over her machine. We play side by side on laptops on the couch, so we can always see what's going on, which I expect will come in handy when we finally do Abbott. From what I understand, if we do the goggles, then we'll have a big advantage, since we can actually see each other's screen. That's the layer. I need to go around and get up there, I guess. I can't get up like that. Okay. Where else haven't I gone? If I explored all through here, was there a shrine down here? There was. I thought there was. There it is. Still get that.
Giant brothers, hear me.
Got that, got that. Is there anything else to do
This
it here?
is our final war with the Truthful One. One of us will fall. Let us fight hard and make sure the giant kind wins this
Yeah, when I
day.
started playing, I got interested in all the different builds and stuff. So this is my first character, but I pretty much immediately built other characters and tried some builds from the forums and just tried different classes and races and stuff just to play around and see what I liked. And the weird thing is I love, in most games, my favorite character is a cleric. And in DDO I just don't like clerics. I have a cleric, that's the one I'm running with my SO, trying to get up there. Not having too much fun with it. I don't mind being the healer, but I feel that the DPS is sorely lacking. And I was following a build at one point in that one, and that's another one where with the enhancement pass the build just went out the window, and then I've been going my own way, and it's working as far as healings go, but my own DPS is horrible. And I don't really devote much time to that character unless we're playing. I'm trying to get her up to epic, in which case I realize, oh yeah, I need to do something to this character, and I otherwise forget about it and don't do it. Need to get some gear, do some respec and the enhancements. I've used this character to farm some items to at least help a bit, but I'm not happy with that build. But hey, once it gets into epics, it'd be as big a deal. And I have a Hagglebot Bard bank character that's level 15-ish. That is, the current level is entirely done through daily dice rolls, which is kind of amusing. I'm on the 4th pip, I think, on that. Eventually level it up. My original concept was to take that one to epic and then let that one sit at epic while I TR'd. But the way TRs have changed, and epic TRs are now a thing and all that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that character at this point. I did respec into some Swashbuckler. Don't really have the gear at the moment to make it worthwhile running too much. But it's there waiting if I want to. Probably respec it somehow as a Swashbuckler challenge farmer at epic. Use it to farm its own gear, and then go from there. That might work. Oh yeah, love those stuns.
I delight in watching my dragons use the giants for sport.
Why is that locked?
But how can such an easy victory be considered an
That's
actual
annoying.
conflict? We dragons call it
At some point you can get back to Brawn Pits now. I think I have the things for him.
our food.
Brawn Pits is a fun character. I like him. I don't remember where Brawn Pits was. There he is. Oh, hey, look, stuck. Awesome. There we go. Well, while I'm down here, not seeing any, there's one. Did I get that one already?
After my rebirth and my days of madness, I took refuge in Cyber
Brawn
Atoll.
Pits, you
I
are
was a guest of Argonisson, more like a caged
Dog, what are you
bird
doing?
in truth. But I did not mind.
Besides being really annoying.
Much had taken place.
Let's go swimming in lava. That sounds like a great idea.
I had much to think upon.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Thank you for popping up. We need to take a break here shortly, get some more water. Maybe look up a map to see what I'm missing here, because I'm missing a bunch, I'm sure. Cool. I'll clear this part first, I think. Do I have any water? I have a little bit of water left. Oh. This cup I have is really nice because it's insulated, so it lasts a while, keeps cold. But because it's insulated for its size, it doesn't hold as much, which can be annoying. Might have to get my other cup out. That holds a lot more water. The SO is working today. Odd Saturday day shift that neither of us are happy about. But because that's happening, I'm streaming pretty much for the next, oh, let's see, it's 10 o'clock. 5 hours maybe? 6? Something like that. I will probably stream for most of it. It'll probably be my longest stream yet. But I feel like, you know, it's something you gotta do, particularly while you're building your channel, to do the longer streams. Okay. People aren't going to watch you if you're not online streaming, so you have to be online and streaming. Easy enough concept, just gotta do it. Put some time into it. I may even try a 24-hour stream at some point. Won't be until February at the earliest, most likely. I'm not sure what I would do or if it would happen, but it's an idea. I think it would help promote the stream, which is a good thing.
The Storm Reaver is once again
Okay,
serving
not
as
even
my
half of the freaking
incontrovertible
thing so far.
puppet. He does my bidding.
Definitely have to pull up a map.
Follows my plans despite
Probably
his
missing some
complete
easy ones.
ignorance that he does so. It will be amusing to see the look of horror on his face when he discovers that he is my unwitting ally.
Go around this way. Alright, maybe I'll go around this way. Not seeing anything else around there. No, not around there. Is there a way? Looks like there's a way up. Doesn't seem to be. It's on the other side. Which might just be decoration. So on the one hand, doing a long stream would be good to give people a chance to watch in any time zone and whatever, you know, take care of the time zone problem. If you're on 24 hours, everybody has a chance. But without some more channel building beforehand, I won't have a lot of interactivity until more people see my channel. So I kind of need to build my channel first. One of those fun problems. You need to build your channel, but you need to do something to build your channel that relies on you having built your channel. That's why I'm playing, though. Well, that's why I'm streaming what I'm playing. I would be probably on here anyway. Oh, I would love to do MA again. That was fun. Hopefully with more than... Yeah, they had more than 3 people. I have a video up of doing Master Artificer a week ago or so. That was kind of ridiculous. We did it on Heroic Elite for favor, and there were 3 of us.
I am here once
Which wouldn't have been so bad except that
meet my destiny.
the other 2 were casters,
First time.
and one of them had forgot
It was the
to pick up
core
his spell point potions before he joined.
second my own madness.
So he ran out of mana and then
It is to
basically
kill
just kited
the truthful one.
until he died. He was useful. I'm not saying he was useless. He was useful. He did what he could, but then he ran out of mana or spell points. Sorry, and couldn't do much else. And me being the only non-caster, I was DPS, and my DPS wasn't up to the task of taking one of the Titans down by myself. So it was a weird situation where we had to... I was helping, but very slowly we made it through. Switching off. It was an interesting run. It was the first time I'd run that, so I wasn't familiar with the quest to begin with. And I wanted the favor. I would like to get 5,000 favor on this character and get a +5 tome. Need to run more challenges. I need to learn the House C challenges better, particularly Mansion. I'm okay with the kobolds, the lower level kobold stuff. Some of them were just like Cove, so that's really easy since I spent so much time in Cove. And the other ones with the, what do I call them? Those machines aren't too bad at the lower levels. I was playing them on my challenge farmer. They were fine. But I have not done any of the other challenges. Ah, crap. The, whatchamacallits. Evening Star and such. I have not done any of those. I fell down someplace I cannot get back there then. Okay. What else do I need to do? So I have been through quite a lot of the map. I know I'm missing pieces over there. Over here, but I've done quite a lot of the map and I just have not seen even half of the things. Alright then. Where am I going? I'm going down here. Alright. Dog might need to go out. So that might be my break calling right there. He's still fairly young, and while he has learned the value of holding it, he is somewhat young and sometimes does not. So if he indicates he needs to go, then I need to go take him out fairly soon, so I don't have to clean anything up. Probably got this one already.
Delight in watching my dragons use the giants for sport. The giants call it battle. But how can such an easy victory be considered an actual conflict? We dragons call it having a bit of fun with our...
Can't imagine there's only one down here. There might be, but I want to check around the other side a bit. Just to make sure. That's... There it is. I have the first one, or I don't have the first one, I have the second one already, so I don't need to go there. Okay. Where's that? Is that 2 or 7? That's 2. Alright. I may actually just recall for a minute and let my everything regen while I take a break. Yeah, he's standing by the door. Alright, so I'm going to recall and then take a break, everybody. I will be back shortly after I give the dog a walk and take a bio and get a drink of water and all that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and leave some stuff up here on the screen like I did last time, so you can see it. Let's see, character, inventory, and enhancements, and epic destinies. Let's see if I put these down here maybe. Up there, and then I need to actually... I hope that's readable on the stream. Oops, that doesn't do any good. Let's go, well, there. Alright, I will be back shortly. Okay, I am back. Dog, leave it. Leave it. Just lay down. Come on, lay down. There you go. Alright. Close all this stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring a map up. Break up tablet. Hopefully that'll be big enough. We'll see. Input lag on the tablet, that's nice. Hello, come on, let me type. There we go. And want epic version of giant hold. And there's a map. Good. Oh wow, they're all on the outside. There's very few on the inside. Interesting. You have followed a link that doesn't exist yet. Yes, I want to just see that open image. That's what I want. There we go. That way I can zoom in. Okay, what do we have already? So I need number 1, which I missed right by the Prison of the Plains. Awesome. 6 and 7, which I missed also by Prison of the Plains. 8. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Why there's two? Why are there two sets of? Which one's which? So on this map on the wiki, there are green and blue things marked. Oh, because there's two. Ah, I get it. The Storm Reaver has half and the Truthful one has half. Got it. The Storm Reaver are the ones that are the sword probably, and the Truthful one are the pikes with the head on them. So in reality, I need to come out of here and immediately go east and get those. Alright. That makes some sort of sense. I'll at least start that way and see how it goes. But if I'm going to listen to anything through these headphones while I'm streaming, I need to get new headphones. I'm using some cheap Logitech ones that I got like refurbed 2 for $25 or something like that, just to have something. and I like them in that they are nice and light, they are compact, and they have a mute button on the cord, which is always handy, especially when you're streaming. Game full screen, so you can actually hit mute very quickly and easily in a place that makes sense. But they're not comfortable to wear for, well, they're not really comfortable to wear at all. They go behind the head instead of behind the ears, which is nice, but they still cramp my ears if I have them on for too long. Thankfully, since they are built like they are, I can just have them around my neck like I do now, and I can still use the mic. But I'm definitely looking into an upgrade at some point for this, because it's not the most comfortable at all. I found very few headsets that are comfortable. I don't like earbuds. They tend to fall out. Although if you get the nice silicone things inside, they're comfortable as far as that goes, being in your ear. They're too easy to fall out, and they generally don't have mute on the cord. I have a couple different headsets for work I could probably use one of, which only goes over one ear, but is more comfortable for long periods of time, and then if I have to, I can switch ears. So that is another option. But I would like something better. That Logitech one that's cordless, and then to mute it you just move the mic up. That's pretty cool. I want to try a pair of those on somewhere before I go spending the money on them, but that's a distinct possibility just because of the very intuitive mute feature. Ah, there it is. Okay, so that's Storm Reaper 10.
I have visited this land to fight, kill, wander, think. I love these hills, these mountains, and these fields. They have become a part of me.
I'm sure that story is fascinating. The whole Storm Reaper Fall of Truth thing. Steel Series Siberia V2s, huh? Have to check those out. It's one thing that's a problem with buying stuff online is if it's something like headphones, where to me I'm very picky about how they feel when they're on. It's really hard to shop online for something like that. Thought there might be one back here. Okay, there's
I
first.
return to this land of never-ending war.
So I'm gonna have to go around to Micro Center and Best Buy and such and see what they have that's sampleable, or at least I can look at it in person and make some guesses based on how it looks and feels in person, rather than a low-res online picture from one angle in most cases.
The enemy are you, to be the truthful one.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't shown this on the stream. This is what I'm using as my primary weapon at the moment. It's a Tier 1 Thunderforged Great Axe with a Meteoric Star Ruby. Epic Bane of Dragons, +10 first degree burns. I got this off the Astroshard auction house a week or two ago, and I am loving it. I'm doing so much more damage. I feel a lot more survivable overall just because I have that. The knockdown helps. I was using this one here, Great Axe of the Chained Soldier, which I got off the regular auction house. And then off the auction house I also got the Ruby of Superior Acid, Ruby of Superior Shock to put in it. And that's where I had my immunity to fear, which is why I don't have it in any of their slots right now, because it was on my primary weapon. That's cool about the headsets. They're crazy. We've got a couple different headsets for the consoles. We've got some, I want to say Turtle Beaches, that are huge, but for being so huge and that name, they don't seem to be that great to us. They work, but they're not great. No, I don't have Harper. I haven't purchased it, and I am not VIP, so I don't have any points in Harper. In fact, my VIP ran out just before Harper came out, I think. And I don't see the point in continuing it at the moment. What I should have done was buy in at the $100 when they had the free months a while back, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead with buying things as I used to do, and I have been doing. So I'll go in there. That's like a ball for one. Okay. If by some miracle it's on sale over the holidays, I'll probably get it. But I don't anticipate that happening. It's so new. But who knows, they may surprise us. Just a second, let me get back to that. The increased weapon die, do you mean? Well, I have I have 2 levels of monk, 18 fighter, so I'm in Kensai, and I'm centered with axes. So I've got a Dance with Flowers for the +1/5W, because I'm centered. And then through enhancements, let's see. I've got something else through enhancements, I think. Let's see. Critical weapon, critical plus D3 action boost. Well, there's my axe, so I got +1 hit there. Power surge. I don't have the top level Kensai because I went 2 monk to be survivable. Before Armor Up came out, I was dying and trapped so often that it was ridiculous. That's also why I went with agility here, to get more reflex saves. I was dying a lot. Yeah, there's where I get centering from my focus, Kensai focus, which is axes. Got +1 hit and damage through Dwarven Axe training. And I've got 3% dodge through that. Actually, no, it'd be easier if I just unset that. Let me unset these so there's no confusion over what I'm doing. There we go. Alright. So I've got that going on, and then for my destinies, I have lag. There we go. Yeah, I'm using a Dance with Flowers, hit the +1/W. I've got Sense Weakness for the extra damage and helpless stuff. What have I got here? Brawn and Adrenaline. Oh, I'm not in Fury though. I'm in Magister, never mind. And I've got unearthly reactions, impregnable mind, and then intelligence at the moment, plus the extra spell points. So all told, I'm getting 5.8 1d12 plus 61 from the Thunderforge Alloy Great Axe. Does that narrow it down what you're asking? I don't know if that covers everything you wanted to know. Something with all that gives me that. I haven't broken it down. Of course, since I am 28, having a fully loaded Thunderforged axe would be even better. But this is what I have, and I'm sticking with it for now. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I don't have Thunderhome or Haunted Halls packs, so I can't really do anything else Thunderhome-ish. And I really don't run with anybody that does intro raids at that level anyway, so. As I said, I'm open to thinking about another guild once I get another character up to epics, and then maybe I'll have a guild that does that sort of thing and we can get somebody geared up for it and all that. But this particular character I am planning on doing a bunch of ETRs on. And then probably some iconic TRs. And after that, if I feel like it, I'm still playing heroics, but that may take a while, so I wouldn't count on that. I'm having so much more fun in epics than I do in heroics that I don't really want to go back to heroics. Even on my other characters, unless it's something like a static group where we're just going through every quest in the game. I'm playing with mostly the same group. Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. Epic Destinies are amazing. This is my only character that's really even close to epics, and I've ETR'd once, which I probably should have not done and just stuck with going. It is a lot of grinding to get through all the Epic Destinies and get all your karma set and get all the fate points unlocked and all that, but the flexibility you have in changing things and the power, the sheer power if you're in a good Destiny for your class is just amazing. It's a big step up. Maybe a little later I'll go through and show some of what I've done to prepare for the ETR thing. I've been kind of collecting level 20 stuff so that when I do ETRs I've got a decent power level right at the get-go, and then I can level fairly quickly even if it's solo. Once and for all. I haven't finished some things like my Antique Great Axe. I need one more piece for. I really wasn't keeping track of a lot of the epic stuff as far as the seals, shards, and scrolls for upgrading the heroic items. I just sort of, hey, if I get them, I get them, great. If not, whatever. I'm not really focusing on that. But now that I'm near the end of my Destiny grind, I'm going to go back to ETR. I'm realizing that I need to pay more attention to that, and I missed some opportunities to grind quests that would have helped me power up. So, for example, the main thing I want right now is the Epic Antique Great Axe, and I've got everything except the seal, I think. Whatever drops in the Snitch. And I hadn't been running Snitch, just it wasn't one of the ones that I've been running, and if I had been, I probably would have had it by now and it'd be okay. But so I guess my point is don't overplan, but have a little bit of a plan on what you're going to do at Epics to give yourself some immediate power so that you're more well, so you have more fun for one, and are more survivable at least in the base. Let's see. Probably should have done that one. Oh well. Because yeah, it's a lot of fun. I did not understand Epic. I read up on Epic Destinies before I got to Epics, and I did not understand them at all. Once you're in and using them, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, okay, you do this, you do this. Okay, twists are this for this purpose, and you can't really twist anything at first anyway, so it doesn't really matter what twists are. Because you need to unlock the fate points, and you need to have other destinies to twist from. But, yeah. The first thing I wanted to do and did was get some levels in, get at least some base experience and base stuff from your class destiny, right? That's where you start anyway. And then I ran some explorers just to get some XP, to get some levels in that, to get a little more comfortable doing epics at all. A couple high-level explorers, even if they're heroic, will get you a couple elite levels. Or some of the easier explorers on epic will give you. Heroics will give you XP, and some of the easier epic ones will also give you a little bit of XP, get you a couple levels, get you started in at least your first destiny, and then from there, particularly if you are not a self-healing melee, get over to, which one is it, Primal Avatar, I think? Whichever one has Cocoon. So I started up here in Legendary Dreadnought and Martial Karma. Hello, pop-up, thank you. And then one of the first things I did was get over here. I had to level up Shirati to get to Primal Avatar. And Primal Avatar has Cocoon, which is awesome for a melee that doesn't cast anything. Right? You finally have a decent spell to heal yourself. That's an amazing difference. So get over here as soon as you can, pick this up, and then you can twist it in by that time probably, and get back to whatever destiny you want. I didn't like the melee destinies very much, surprisingly. The divine ones are awesome. I love the divine ones. Had a lot of fun in there, felt a lot more powerful. Actually, Grandmaster Flowers isn't bad. It's survivable because it has lots of save boosts and such. And of course the whatever one I've twisted in to help with the weapon damage is also nice. But I really, really like the divine ones. Some nice abilities, even for twisting, and then some core abilities that help you do damage to evil, and some more healing, and just really fun, powerful feeling stuff in there. I don't really need to go this way. Looks like I need to go back that way. Yeah, so I like those. I really like Fury. The Barbarian one is awesome for this particular build. I feel really powerful in that, do a lot of damage. But now that I have a tier 4 twist, I've twisted in Sense Weakness, so I can pretty much feel powerful anywhere. Case in point, I'm in Magister, which does absolutely nothing for me except for these couple little things I got at the bottom which help, like reflex save, which, you know, can't have too much reflex save, especially if you're doing harder content. But it did help a lot to have things I can twist in that help me be more powerful in any destiny. But yeah, these are Arcane Destinies weren't as bad as I thought they were. I've been pretty much zooming through them. I got in a group the other day. We did a bunch of stuff. I got in a Vaughn the other day. Oh yeah, and once you get to Epics, Vaughn 5 is your new best friend. Get it in there as soon as you can and get 150k, 200k XP each time you run through Vaughn 5. It's almost worth running Vaughn 5 and not doing Vaughn 6 just so you can run another one without any delay. You can run 2 a day and be in good shape XP wise. I've seen groups on Thelanis doing that. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by and chatting. I should be here most of the day, another 5+ hours, something like that. Appreciate you and everybody else who's watching, chatting, following,
The time for wandering
all that
this
stuff.
land is over. Now, the time for action begins. I must head to the tour
Okay.
and prepare for my final act
So I've
as
got
a warrior.
that. I need to go down here still. And see what that random encounter is. Oh, Ron Pits again. Awesome. Is there no other randoms in here? Is it just Ron Pits? Speaking, water break. Oh, that's good. All right. I know I picked up at least one. Might as well wonder for some more before I go over and talk to him. Yeah, I appreciate everybody who's watching, even if it's just background, even if you have it muted, doesn't matter to me. Appreciate the fact that you stopped by, have me on, hopefully entertaining you, maybe, maybe not, but appreciate at least giving me a shot. Fairly new to streaming. I've streamed a couple different things. Don't Starve, Isaac, DDO mostly. Here and there, didn't really have a set schedule or anything. And then DDO stream, the official DDO streaming channel. There was a forum post saying, hey, if you want to stream on this channel, let us know. And I said, well, you know what? That sounds like fun. Maybe it'll help me build my own channel and get a slightly wider audience. And hopefully it'll be entertaining on that channel as well. Good things. So that's how I started this past Tuesday. It was my first one. The archive of that is up on DDO Stream's Twitch channel. Their past broadcasts or highlights or whatever. It is on my YouTube as well. And Seymour is the same username on YouTube. And I have been recording for a while. I've recorded all our, well, I won't say all of them. Ever since I found out about Shadowplay, installed it and been using it, I have been recording all of our guild static group Thursdays. Been doing all of those, so those are available. Unfortunately, they are unlisted because they are for my guild only. But I've done a lot of recordings for those. And then I have done some other recordings that I put up on YouTube. Some of it's just random. Some of them I was using to make a point. Like, for example, I was talking earlier about doing some epic stuff. I show myself soloing some easy epic quests, just to basically show, hey, anybody can do this. I'm not a very powerful character. I don't have all that great gear. It isn't really well planned out at the moment. It's placeholder gear right now until I get through the ETR grind, and then I might concentrate more on top level stuff. But for the moment, I'm not going to be sticking at 28 very much longer, so I don't see the point really in getting a lot of high-end gear to take up bank space, and I'm not going to be able to use it for a long time. So yeah, I haven't really been doing that very much. So basically, with a basic build, a couple hirelings, I have both the expansions, and I got in at the levels where I got the permanent hirelings, so I have the Panther and the Owlbear. So I always have hirelings available. If nothing else, they distract and add a little bit of DPS. Sometimes they actually are useful for more than that. I generally use a Cleric or Favor Soul hireling if I'm doing something like that. So I'll have 3 hirelings going in myself. It works to get me through some of those easier epic quests early, so I can sell them whenever I want to and not have to be party dependent. Speaking of party, oh, there's some parties up. Let's see, anything interesting? Fleshmakers, but it's already started. I don't feel like going that far. Spinner. Eh. Another Master Artificer. Nothing really I'm really going to jump on. I would jump on a... Actually, I don't think I can do Shroud. So I'd jump on a Shroud if I was off timer, which I will be later today, but not at the moment. I would jump on a Vaughn 5, and Wiz King and Spies in the House are the ones I would be most interested in at the moment. Let's see, I am here. That doesn't seem to do me any good. I don't see anything selectable. Let's go ahead and go back to Brawn Pits. That would seem to be a good idea. Just looking to make sure I haven't missed anything over here. I've also shown myself with a Challenge Farmer build by LSD37, I think is. His Heroic Challenge Farmer Monk is awesome. That's actually what I'm using in my guild static group, and I am having a blast. The most fun I've had recently with Heroics has been playing that character. It's a blast. But anyway, easy to farm challenge ingredients with him. He's really good in the Cove as well. Even just running around, he's pretty powerful. And I don't have too much gear for him. He's still really good. I'm having a lot of fun playing him. But I have some videos of him running through some of the House C challenges. I'm going to have a boost for this one, I think. Oh, that was perfect. Get in there and lay down a comet meteor to knock some guys down for a second. And again, that's just proving that you don't have to be that great a player. Don't have to have a lot of experience. You don't have a lot of gear, and you can still do things like solo challenges and get yourself some nice gear. I mean, that character farmed its own bracers to get permanent blur. And I don't remember what else he has at the moment. But yeah, it's a lot of... It's nice to have that available to switch to, so like if I'm tired of playing epics, I can go switch to him and grind some challenges and get some ingredients for stuff. That's something different to do. I don't have to worry about groups or being dependent on anybody else. It just happens. on my schedule when I want it to, which is really nice. How many do I have so far? Just one. Hey, it's a chest and another restored relic. I'll take it. So yeah, although I've been playing for years now, on and off, I'm not really a power player. I don't really have a lot of the high-end rare stuff. I just recently started doing Shroud. Have some green steel created, which I do end up doing once you get to epics. Whenever a Shroud groups up in your off timer, or if you have raid timer bypasses, use them and do Shroud. If you're going to go back to lower levels at all. If you're not going to go back to lower levels, it's not worth it. I mean, there's still some stuff you can get that really, either you have to grind for, like the torque, you can get something akin to the torque through green steel, or if you want those hit points you can't get anywhere else, or things like that, you know, there's reasons to do it at epic if it fits with your strategy, your build, your equipment loadout, but it's not as useful. Of course, having a raised dead clicky is always useful, having stone skin clicky is useful, having a displacement clicky is useful. They're useful. I'm not saying they're not, but they're not as important, I don't think, as other stuff once you get to epic. But hey, if you're in epic anyway, you might as well. Run Devil Assault every day, get yourself some tokens, get some ingredients that are materials for green steel crafting that way. Easy to do. Devil Assault really isn't that hard. Grab a hireling and you can solo it on EN fairly easily. I just did it with one other person, no hirelings last night on EH. That went really well. Wasn't very difficult. But yeah, and run it when it comes up. If you have, especially if you haven't run it before, it's a very interesting raid. Nothing quite like it. I think most of the raids in this game are fairly unique. And once you're an epic, it's not that hard. I mean, people don't always run an elite, but you know, if you feel like you're underpowered, you can see if somebody's running it on normal just to get at completion. You'll find groups sometimes that run 20 in a day with their raid timers just to get completions for the cleansing stone, which I have yet to get because I'm on my 15th completion, I think. That's another thing I need to do before I ETR. I want to have 20 shroud completions to get the cleansing stone. I want to get my epic antique great axe done. And maybe one or two things gear-wise. I've been collecting stuff for my gear set at 20, and I haven't really been paying too much attention to it otherwise. I figure I'll figure it out once I get there. I'm forced into using it. That'll force me to figure it out. I've got a couple different things in a couple different slots to try out. I did get some of the turn-in from Commendations and Evening Star that I'm actually still wearing at the moment. But it's level 20 stuff I wanted to get, so I'd have it. Some decent stuff at level 20, and I just haven't been paying enough attention to the loot gen stuff to really worry about replacing it for my, what am I using it on? My armor, got Vestments of the Sun Soul. My bracers, I've got Bracers of the Sun Soul. Unfortunately, my belt is something better than the belt for the Sun Soul to finish the set. But it's also a level 28 belt I'm just using since I'm 28. I will probably just vendor it or send it to my crafter to deconstruct.
Unlike the sinuous and
when I start my ETR again. Where's the journals? There we go.
Kill giant after giant, thinning the
Well,
herd
I still got a few left.
state of ice.
Got 8 left.
In
Storm Razors 6th, 7th, and 8th, 11th, and Truthful Ones 1st, 3rd, 7th, 8th, and 10th. Let's see what else I need to do. Just a second, I'm going to yell at the cat. Need to mute. There we go. Cat needed yelling at. I'm going to snack on some Halloween candy real quick. Alright, that's better. I'm looking up where I need to go to find these things. Let's see. So I have 15 from him. Do I have 13 from him? Yes. I have 14 from him. The other guy, I have 13. Do I have 12? I have 12. Okay. Do I have 8? I do not have 8. 8 should be right there. And 7 is also over there. Okay, so let's go that way. Don't have too much battery on my tablet left, but hopefully I'll have enough to do this. So I want to go there-ish. I don't know if I get brawn pits to get 2 chests if I find 2 more thingies. Relics. I'll go this way. Just checking if there's any other treasure bag somewhere. Didn't see that. Nope, nothing else selectable. Both Yasuo and I are annoyed by sounds sometimes, and one of her big ones is chewing. So that's why whenever I'm eating something, even if it's just a quick candy break or whatever, I'll mute just so that other people aren't annoyed by it. Because I know how annoying that can be if that's one of your things that gets you going. Probably somewhere down here behind the dragon, which I thought I had searched before, but I guess not. So I don't seem to have it. No, not there. Not the rest shrine.
Be at peace, my kin.
Is it up higher then?
My actions will wipe away all our pain.
Let's consult the map again, make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, it says it's right over there. Yet I don't have it, and I don't see what it might be. I can go up top and check there, I guess. But Resurrection Shrine, Rest Shrine, I don't see anything else. Okay, up we go then. Come around that way and see. Maybe it's on the dragon? No, because it... well, I'll check. It wouldn't make much sense, but I'll check. Just that way. Well, I see other shrines, unless it's right up there. It is. It is right up there, isn't it? Other side? How do you get to that? Jump on the dragon? Yeah, jump on the dragon wing, probably. Yep. And I missed it. That's awesome. Well. I at least know how to get up there now. I'm gonna turn my tablet off for the second. Plug it in here shortly. Maybe I'll bring that map up on the other screen, but that'll block chat. I'll figure something out. I could plug the TV into this machine and then use that as a screen for either the chat or the map. That's another idea. Alright, this part's the easy part. This part, maybe not. There we go.
My dragons are serving me.
Alright, now that's the 8th one, and the 7th one was off this way somewhere. Turn that map back on and see where I've got to go. So basically, right in front of Maze of Matt. I thought I had that one. Okay. Oh, it's right there. I can see it from here. And I just didn't get it. Weird. Alright. Hello. Okay. Alright, 6 left. I'll just see what's nearby, see if I have them. Do I have 8 of the Storm Reaver? I do not. So that's going to be my next one, because it's over here. DDO. Highlight it. Thank you. So I'll get that one next. Let's put a tar layer down there. Wonder what that was. Sometimes you see things through the terrain and sometimes you don't.
I see the terror of our history when I look
Should
upon
be right at
this
the end of this little thing.
battlefield. Giants
Yep.
have done great evil. I feel in my gut. I feel among these ruins.
Okay.
I saw a
It's the
giant
only other one down here as far as I can tell.
frozen in time. We too are frozen.
So I need to probably go up out of here.
Generation after generation.
13. Yeah, I tried all of those.
Yet this bloodshed is
Let's
caused
go
by hatred.
back to the left side. Look at that
Not
side.
some
So I need
eternally
6
written
now.
Message to us all.
2. No. 5. No. 7. No. 1 of truthful one. Yes. That's right, because I missed that by the Prisoner Plains. Found the second one, but not the first one. And then Storm Reaver 3 and 4, no. Truthful one, 4, no. So I should go up left side and go for the top there. And then go over to a cry for help. Because somehow I missed a truthful one over there, too. Wow. Alright, so Prisoner Plains it is. Need to go up towards that. One thing I really liked about Don't Starve is they have that broadcast integration where you can see your chat right in game. That's awesome. DDO being as old as it is, I doubt if they're going to add it, but it'd be cool if they did. Especially if they want people to stream more. Just adding another chat option, that would be a lot of fun. Especially if you respond in there too, and not even have to leave the game. Oh, so much fun. Oh, hey. Hey, giant skeleton caster coming out of the ground. That's cool. Can you just take a little less time because you're going to die quickly anyway. There you go. I really could probably run through most of this, not worry about it. Look for the occasional relic or rare, but otherwise don't think I need to pay much attention to this. Is that a... no, it's just terrain. I have the permanent haste feat, epic feat, which is great because this character runs really slowly by default. It's a dwarf fighter, primarily. I only have 2 levels of monk, so the monk speed boost really doesn't kick in. Never went behind the dragon? Interesting. I thought I did. Looks like there's some down by the dragon I haven't explored yet too. But I don't think that's going to matter. As long as I can get this, these last couple, what are they called? Words in the Ancient Ones, it's there. I also need to go back to House C. And in that second area towards the raid, I need to get one more of those stupid things. Scrolls or writings or whatever the heck they are. I wasn't going to hold a raid group back because I needed one of the stupid things. And when I tried it solo when I was only like level 20, it kicked my butt hardcore. It is not an easy area. Okay, solid fog, so I can have time to heal, thanks. Not really conversationalist, so I ran out of things to say. So if you want to chat something, you can help that out. If they want to hear more talking, or talking about something specific. Once I get this next thing, I'm going to take another candy break. I don't usually eat candy, but we have a ton of it left over from Halloween and then Halloween sales. We only had like a dozen trick-or-treaters, so any candy we had would have had leftovers regardless. There it was, so easy to find, I just didn't think to look for it.
The sacrifice I made for them. Not now, not ever.
Looks like Storm Razor's 6th is the next one I need to get. Sorry, I had a little bit of chocolate still there. Milky Way Simply Caramels are really good. So I got his second one there, his third and fourth. I got his fourth, I think. Yeah. So Storm Razor's 6th, which is almost directly north of where I am. Should be right in this little nook right here. Nothing to select for a map note, though. That's another thing I wish DDO had, was that I could notate this map and then have it as part of my account, or at least my character. Put my own notes in the map. It would be nice. That's what I do if it was pen and paper, right? I have all sorts of maps with notes, and if I wanted to go back somewhere, I just use my notes. So that seems like a shortcut. Might have to thin these guys down, though. Oh, hello. I would somewhat like this to be a completionist character at some point, which is why I'm making provisions like saving some of the lower level named items and stuff like that, just in case I go ahead and do that. Well, I can't see going back to level 1. I'd probably just keep doing iconics. Because really, epics, it's so easy to get XP in.
All this
that I don't want to...
infighting.
I would rather grind
Giant
through the 8 levels of
against
Epic
giant,
than
clan
the
against
first 15
clan.
levels of Heroic. Let's put it that
What
way.
happened to the proud race I once knew?
Okay, now I'm going
We
this
have
way, I
lived
believe.
through enough insanity. No need
Oh,
to
that's right,
cause
these guys.
more
Oh, might as well
amongst
take it.
ourselves.
Let's see what happens. Whew, he hit me for some stat damage there. That's kind of unfriendly. I don't think my rum flask will do anything about that, because I think I'm still, yeah. I ran out of time on the cove, because I didn't want to, like I was saying earlier, didn't want to just do that while it was active. I wanted to keep doing other stuff, so as not to get burnt out, which worked. But it also means I didn't get as much stuff as I really wanted to get. But that's fine. Co will be back.
She died because I wished it to happen.
Alright,
Was not ready
let's
for
look
conversations.
what the next piece is. To finally get these explorers. Alright, so that was... I was just at number 4 for Follow True, or Truthful One. Coming up is Storm Reaver 5, which I have. Truthful 3rd, which I do not. So right by A Cry for Help, actually right up here is where it is, but it's as close as I can get to do a map note on. Alright. And then I'll probably recall and do the other side. Or, well, I don't think I found another thing for Brawn Pits, so I don't think it matters. If I had found another thing for Brawn Pits, that would be a different story. But without that, there doesn't seem to be a reason to worry about it. And there it is. Alright.
The Storm Reaver and I sacrificed ourselves to cast
I only have
spell
2
to
left. What 2 are they?
years ago. They called it Reaver's Bane, but blamed me
Storm Reaver's 11th,
claiming that I didn't sacrifice
and
enough.
Truthful's 10th.
Contest that claim. It's not my fault the giants
That should be easy enough to pick out. Storm Reaver's 11th, and Truthful's 10th.
must support it with mind and might. The giants had little of
And they are in almost exactly the same place, which is right here. And right over here, because I forgot to go that way. So that's all I need is those 2, and I'll have all of them for the Explorer bit. That's good. So yeah, the easiest way to get from here to there is to recall, because I'm not going to walk around the whole thing again. Dead End City. Welcome, new viewers. I think this is the most I've had on my own stream, so that's nice. Feel free to chat. I'm on Thalanis. I'm just trying to finish up the giant hold epic explorer things. Also eating some leftover Halloween candy, which is why I was muted there briefly. I'm sure nobody wants to hear me eating candy. Alright. So I want to go that way. So I want to get up to there. As I've said earlier, I'm really not familiar with Giant Hold. I don't particularly care for it. I don't run it. That's why I'm struggling to find these things. That's one of the reasons. Because I don't generally do this. Let's see. Is this the one you have to go around and up for? I think it is. Maybe not. That's right, I started on this side for this bit, and I kept going, I didn't time it out, so... All these guys are already dead. For the first time I was through here just a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I don't remember how to get up anywhere. I'll just go around this way, find it eventually. I'm going to find more of those relic things for Brawn Pits. Oh, that's a heck of a walk back to get those. But I mostly need these last two words. That's what I really need out of this. And then I can go do something else. And I'll have the Explorer done. Which means I should be able to use the teleporters instead of having to walk when I do quests. Which my guildmates are getting a little bit annoyed with. But it's not like I'm going to take guildmate time to do it, right? So, is it back here? Yep, that's where it is.
We both
All
shared
right,
the
one
heart to
left.
defeat the quarry so many years ago. The truthful
The one that's left is the
failed
one
us
that I don't
in
have
his
the map
greed
part for at the
life,
moment.
and
But it is
failed
over this way
again
somewhere.
when he brought me back, drenched in madness.
It's over
to
there.
do evil. When he dies, it will be at my hand.
I do not remember how to get back
Staring at
to that
him with
point.
eyes that would be
You come over
devoid
here and
of
jump.
life, were it not for his own actions.
No, because this is the other side. This doesn't look right. Unless there's a way over there. I want to be go to there, but I am over here. There was something with the ramps being tricky. Something or other that let you get over there. I don't remember what it was. On the other side of that, right? Is that it? I'll look at the map here in a second again. So I want to be there. Is that a route up there? Doesn't look like one. If it is, it's steep. Okay, I didn't think so. There's no handy ladder. Want to be right there. Let's see what the map says.